Hi guys, welcome to the Countdown Studies. This is Madhu. So today our requirement, I have data frame like this. The data frame has more than one array column. In our case, we have two array columns. Qualifications, companies. The requirement is need to extract array items, one row per one item. So in that case, we can use explode function. We know that the explode function doesn't take more than one array column at a time. So if that is the case, we need to use explode function two times for these two array columns. So what is the problem? The problem, more number of rows are generated than what required. Understand? Right. So in that case, how we can restrict the number of rows? The solution is apply the explode function first by combining all the array columns. First, combine all the array columns and then apply the explode function. In this case, we can restrict the number of rows per one row. Understand? Right. How we can do? Now the point is how we can merge all the array columns. We can merge all the array columns by using arrays underscore j. What it does? It returns merged array of structs. What it means? How it merges? How it merges all the arrays? The first item in the first array is merged with the first item in the second array. The second item in the first array is merged with second item in the second array. It will be like that. Now here, each item is a struct item. Understand? Right. Let's implement it so that you will understand. Now what I am trying to do? I am first trying to apply the explode function directly. In our case, we need two explode functions because we have two array columns. This is when you apply explode function directly. df1 dot with column qualifications arrays underscore div. First we'll see what happens if you apply explode function directly. Explode qualifications. It takes only one array column. Assign it to df. Try to read that data. So it will be like this. Totally 3 items in this qualifications array, one row per one item. So 3 rows are generated. Good. Now next, so we need to extract companies array, the items in the companies array. So for that also we need to use explode function, one more explode function. Now df2 dot with column companies explode. I'm applying explode function directly. df3 dot display. Try to read the data. Now here, one row, 2 rows will be generated because we have 2 items in this array. Totally 3 rows, and so array column has 2 items. Totally 6 rows will be generated like this. So 2 items, 2 rows. Totally 6 rows will be generated. So this is a problem. If you have more than one array column and apply explode function directly. So 6 rows are generated per one row here in our case. So how to restrict the number of rows, a generation of number of rows? So apply exploit function first by merging all the array columns. How we can merge? By using the arrays underscore chip. Now how to do that? df1 dot with column. Let's say it is a new column. I'm deriving a new column. Arrays underscore chip. Qualifications. Next one is companies. df1. This is the original data frame. So original data frame. Understand? Right. Assign it to one more variable df2. df2 read the data. Now it is like this. It returns an array. In that array, each item is a structure type. How that structure type item is formed? The first item in the first collection is combined with first item in the second collection. Second item in the first collection is combined with second item in the second collection. Third item in the first collection is combined with third item in the second collection, but there is no any third item. So here we have 3 items, but here we have only 2 items. What happens in that case? In that case, it returns null from the second collection. You can see here null from the second collection. It means it is not dropping, so it is returning null from the second collection. Understand? Right. So if you want to see that schema, df2 print the schema. Now you can see the derived column, it is an array, and each element or item is a structure type. Okay. How the shape of the structure type? Key and value. Key and value. Understand? Right. Now next, what you can do? We can use df2, right? df2 with the column new call. Now apply the exploit function. Is an array, right? Exploit function is an array. Totally, how many items are there? 3 items are there. This is one item. So this is another item. So this is third item. 3 items are there. Therefore, what exploit function does? So it generates one row or one item in the array. Right. Assign it to another variable df3. df3 dot try to print schema as well. Print the schema. Read the data. Right. It will be like this. Now you can see 3 rows are generated. 3 rows. One row per one item. Now this column is a structure type column. Right? Yes. Now what I need to do? I don't want this structure type. How to extract the values in structure type based on the key? I can extract it. How we can do it? df3 dot with column qualifications new call is structure type column. How to extract the value? Based on the key. New call dot key. Understand? Right. Now next, try to assign it to df4. df4 dot print schema. df4 dot display to read the data. Now see how it looks like. So it is like that. All the qualifications we have extracted. Next, extract companies. Extract companies. Copy and paste. Now it is a DF4, right? DF4. DF4. So it is a DF5. DF5. Yeah. Now it is companies. Companies. Now check qualifications we have extracted. Companies also we have extracted. Now drop this column. Okay, we don't want that column. So what you can do? DF5 dot select all other columns except new column. Qualifications. Next, companies. We don't want new column. Got it? Right. Assign it to DF6. Now DF6 dot in the schema. DF6 dot. So only 3 rows are generated. That means we can restrict the number of rows. If you apply explode function directly, so how many rows we can see? So we can see totally 6 rows. If you apply explode function first by merging all the array columns, we can see so less number of rows. So we can restrict the generation of number of rows. You can restrict the generation of number of rows. Okay. Here you have one question. Here only 4 columns I have selected here. What if I have more than 100 columns? How to drop this? Understand? Right. In that case, there are many approaches. The first approach, you can go like this. So you know, right? DF5 columns. What it returns? It returns a list of columns, a Python list. Now here, for it is a list comprehension. For call in, what it returns? It is a list, right? In columns list. If all not equal to new call. What is it? New call. Not equal to new call. Include those columns only in the list. So you can see, except that new column, all other columns you can see it. Now use that list. Let's say it is calls. DFI dot select calls. Okay. Dot display. I can see. So only these 4 columns. Understand? Right. So all these things I have step by step I try to explain. We can club with a few lines of code. We can club all these in few lines of code. Understand? Right. See you in the next session.